guys, and welcome back to another video. Today, I guess it's a bit of story time, maybe a bit of a ramble, basically about fitness. It's not really a topic that I've covered much on my channel, but it is something that's a big part of my life. I guess I just felt like it was time for me to make this video, especially throughout lockdown. I've been really into my fitness, and that's something I'm going to touch on later in this video, but for me, fitness is becoming an increasingly bigger part of my life, and I guess I wanted to share my views on it. So basically, this video is going to be about like my fitness journey for the last 10 years of my life, how I used to view fitness and how it's had quite a negative impact on the way I view myself and body positivity, but at the same time now how I have a very good relationship with fitness and my body and like how I've gotten there basically. So that's what this video is going to be about today. So firstly, I've written down here why fitness has always been a big part of my life. It's been a big part of my life, I guess, because both of my parents were pretty fit and active. Like they met when they were at the gym. And then in primary school, I played for like multiple teams. I remember I played for hockey, football, and rounders. So I've always been pretty active, especially as a kid. I did like martial arts, ballet, I did dance classes. So I've always kind of been quite like sporty, active, into the fitness. But I wouldn't say it was probably until I was like 12, 13 that I really got into like gym, fitness, running, all of like the stuff that I'm into now. It was more sports when I was younger. So when I was about 12 and 13, the reasons why I wanted to go to the gym and get like fit was literally because like every probably 12 and 13-year-old girl, it's to lose weight, to look skinny, to like get a boy or whatever it like is. And I look back and I'm like, yeah, it's not really the right reasons to be going to the gym and be doing fitness, and that's why I think I never really stuck to it, because I wasn't doing it for myself. And that was a lesson that it took me a long time, I guess, to learn, is that if you do something for someone else, especially when it comes to fitness, as soon as it gets hard, you won't stick at it. And that's exactly what happened. So like with fitness, I would like go to the gym or swim, Pilates and like yoga classes and stuff, and the second I would see like some form of result, I'd be like, that's me done, don't want to bother with this anymore. And then 3 months later I'll be back to square one and be like, oh, I've got to do fitness again. And it would seem to me like a chore, because you're going through that perpetual cycle. That was my attitude towards fitness, I think, when I was a lot younger, and it was just very negative for me. And I think it was only really until after my injury, so when I was probably 16, that I really thought, no, fitness is more than just looking good. It's about feeling good. It's about feeling strong and being strong. For those of you that don't know, so I had my injury when I was 15 coming up to 16, and I was basically in hospital for like 3 months. I had to like have rehabilitation. I had to learn how to walk again. It was a big ordeal for a 15-year-old. And I also through that lost a lot of weight, and I also think that also had a negative impact on the way I viewed myself, because I literally lost, I think it was about 1.5 stone. So I went down to about 6.5 stone, and I'm like 5'4", so that's skinny, right? And I remember being literally skin and bone. And then at the same time, I knew that was very unhealthy, but I was used to seeing myself so skinny that when I started to put that extra 1.5 stone on again and get back up to the weight that I was, it made me feel fat, and it made me have this weird complex with myself. And I feel like fitness was the only thing that really brought me out of that, because I was like, do you know what? I want to be fit. I want to be strong. I never want to have this injury again. I don't want to have surgery for it, because that's basically what they said. If they were like, if your muscle doesn't grow or improve, you will have to have surgery. And at the time, I was just freaked out by that. So I had this like mission of, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to get super fit, the fittest I've ever been, I'm going to be fit and strong and healthy, and then I'm never going to have this injury again. And I think through that journey and that mindset of doing it for myself and doing it for the right reasons, it kind of brought me out of all those negative thoughts about how I viewed myself. So then that kind of mentality continued from when I was 16 to when I was about 20, so like last year. And I would work out probably once or twice a week, pretty regularly. Maybe I'd have the odd like few weeks off here and there, but pretty much I worked out pretty regularly. But I kind of just did it to tick over. I wasn't like doing it to be like super ripped or whatever. Like I was just working out because I enjoyed it, and it made me feel good about myself. It made me feel healthy, and it made me have more energy, and I could do more things because I was physically fitter. So that's kind of why I guess like I worked out all of those years. And then I think last year I kind of had a change. So it was literally just because, and I think this always happens, like you meet somebody and then they like change your perceptions on stuff. So like it just so happened that when I was living in London last year, like my housemate at the time was super into fitness. He was doing all of these like big long runs and bike rides and fitness sessions in the garden. He was training for some like long endurance event, and I was like, yeah, I'm like get back into my fitness. And basically just because he was doing it so much and eating healthily and, you know, having all the right habits, that I guess I kind of like adopted his lifestyle, and it got me way back into my fitness. And I guess the people that I was hanging around at the time as well were much more into their fitness than the people I was hanging around prior to that. And it just kind of was a slow progression of me getting much more serious about my fitness. And I would say from like August 2019 to March 2020, I was pretty like committed to it. I do it 3 times a week. I went from running a 5k to running a 10k. It took me a few months to do that, and then basically building up my physical fitness within myself and doing lots of more like endurance long walks and walking 10, 15k and things like that. Like that's what I was doing throughout that time. And then lockdown happened, and I remember just before we went into lockdown, I went to Ireland, and I remember thinking, oh, I feel like I'm getting fat, which is me all the time, where I literally have put on probably half a stone because I've been depression session eating at university, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm nipping this right in the bud, I'm gonna like have a blast with the exercise. Then it just so happened that lockdown happened. So when lockdown happened, I like said to myself, okay, I'm gonna track my fitness for lockdown. I made myself a sheet. I'll put a screenshot here of for like 7 weeks. Like, naively, I guess I thought that's how long lockdown would last, and I was like, I'm gonna track my fitness, what I do like all the time, and see how far we get. And then it basically just spiraled from there. It became a way of life because I wasn't doing as much because it was lockdown. I guess it became a lot more part of my daily routine and things that I enjoyed. And obviously now we're like five months on, and I still work out 4 or 5 times a week. I'm working out way more than I used to, doing a lot more like heavy endurance stuff. Normally a long run for me, like prior to lockdown, would have been like 5k. Now a long run for me is more like 15k. I'm also doing like 25, 30k walks, you know, just doing a lot more stuff. Physically, I'm a much fitter. I can do like more press ups, more chin ups and stuff that I've never been able to do really. I've always had really bugger all upper body strength. I've always struggled to do press ups and stuff like that. The only time I've ever been good at it was when I used to do martial arts, and obviously you train really hard to do that, and I used to be like benching all the time, but after that I like really struggled with upper body strength. So now they're things I'm working on, and that's basically where I'm at with like my fitness. I think generally the differences I felt from having my fitness kick is I just feel better about myself. I'm tired less, and I'm capable of much more. I get tired later on in runs or in workout sessions. I feel myself getting fitter, and I feel like I can just accomplish more. Your confidence does improve when you get physically fitter, and it makes me feel more adventurous. It makes me want to do more because I know, I guess, I'm physically capable of doing it. And I would say now like my fitness is at a pretty good place in comparison to say the average Joe. But I just want to get it better, and I want to keep seeing where I can go with it and how far I can push myself in like a healthy, controlled way. So my goals for the future is like in the next year I want to be able to run a marathon. If you watched my 5-year goals video, you'll already know that, but that's what I want to do. I want to run a marathon. At the moment I'm running like 15k, so we've got a long way to go. I think a marathon's like 42k or something like that, so it's long. And I also want to be able to do like 30 pull-ups like straight off. I want to be able to do like 50, 100 press-ups straight off. At the moment we're at about 20, and I want to just be able to physically do my workout sessions and up the weights. Like I've got a weighted vest now because the workout sessions I was doing just weren't challenging enough. So I'm like, right, we add a bit of 5k or 10k weight on, and just you have no idea the difference that makes. And basically, yeah, just like do longer walks. The furthest walk I'm doing now is a 30k. It's like TAB, which is, it's like an army thing, tactical advanced battle, which is basically like a fast walk, slow jog, but it's not quite a jog. And you do that for 30k, which takes me about like 5 hours. And yeah, they're the things that I'm basically like having fun with at the moment. And I want to like do more hiking and do the 3 peaks and go do Snowdon. And I live very near the Peak District, so I want to explore that. I've lived here you know, most of my life, and I haven't really seen any of the Peak District. So they're kind of like my fitness goals for the future and what I want to do. And I guess I want to end this video with, I guess, the things I've learned. I guess the main takeaway is that, like, I've only really started to enjoy fitness when I have done it for myself, and I've done it because I want to do it, because I want to be strong, I want to be fit, I want to be healthy, and not because I want to be skinny, not because I want to date somebody or I want them to like notice me or want me or whatever, like those superficial reasons. It's because I want me, like I want me to be fit and healthy and strong and take care of myself and to basically not be a liability in the world. And I feel like when I've had that mentality shift, my, you know, approach to fitness has been a lot more positive. I enjoy doing workouts. I want to work out, you know, and I feel kind of sad if I don't get a workout in that day, whereas before it'd be like dread if I had a workout. I'd think, oh God, I really don't want to have to do it today, and I'd like have to psych myself up to do it. Well, now it is definitely something that I enjoy, and it's a highlight of my day. It gives me, you know, an hour or two a day of, you know, a chance to just reflect and unwind and think about my day and just kind of reset. And that's something I didn't have before, and as a result I feel like I'm getting less stressed and less tired and just being able to do more and fit more into my day because I'm just more focused on what I want out of life. So that's kind of, yeah, what I've learned. And I guess my advice for anybody that I guess is thinking about their fitness or whatever is, it's okay, I think, to want to change the way you look, but it's about being realistic in the way that you do that. Like, now there are things that I want to change about myself, but I'm going to do that in a healthy way. I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to sleep right, I'm going to hydrate, and I'm going to slowly change those things. You can't change it overnight by starving yourself or by doing really intense gym sessions and then not replenishing the calories and things like that, because it's just not healthy. And it basically makes you feel so like shit about yourself when you're in that mindset. And I remember I was in that mindset for quite a long time, and it's kind of sad to me now that that's how I viewed myself. And even though you think when you're in that place that if I get skinny I'll love myself, like, you won't. There's never a stopping point. You constantly go and go and go and go and think, I'm unhappy, I'm unhappy, I'm unhappy. You can still have things you want to change, but be happy with how you look and with who you are. And I guess it's a hard lesson to learn, but when you accept that and you get to that place, like, you feel so much better about yourself, feel more confident, you feel like you can do more, you want to go more places, show your body off more, regardless of what it looks like, and you just don't care. Like, I'm at a point now where if I get in a bikini, I just don't care. Like, yeah, there might be a bit of cellulite, yeah, there might be a bit of stretch marks, yeah, I might be pale, yeah, there might be a girl that is like 10 feet down the beach that looks way better than me. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like, the older I've gotten and the more I've learned to love myself through my fitness journey and through, you know, reevaluating how I look at myself, the more I realise, like, I just don't care what other people think. It's all about me and how I view myself, and fundamentally that is where, like, my passion for fitness comes from. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it was interesting, I guess. If you want to talk fitness or want any more fitness videos, then let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to make some more. As I said, this is quite like a different topic to what I'd normally talk about. I guess I like a bit of variety in this channel, and it's nice for me to talk about this portion of my life that is quite a big portion of my life, but something that I guess never really gets to camera, never really makes it to the channel. So thank you for watching, hope you found it interesting, and I will see you in the next video. I'll see you next week. Bye guys.